On May 25, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, died after a white police officer, holding his knee on Floyd's neck, pinned him to the pavement while he was in handcuffs. In the days that followed, public outrage grew over what some protesters and lawmakers said is another case of police brutality against a black man.
The reason why buildings are burning is because this city, this state, would prefer preserving that white nationalism and that white supremacist mindset over arresting, charging, and helping to convict four officers who killed a black man. That is the reality of what we're dealing with. This is not just a few cops doing things across the country. This is not a good cop versus bad cop situation. This is Ahmaud Arbery being shot down by white men on the streets of Georgia. Breonna Taylor being killed in her home. This is in New York City, where we were until freedom. We were just in New York fighting the police officers who, in the name of social distancing, were damn near killing black young people on our streets. This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. We cannot look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in Minnesota are saying to people in New York, to people in California, to people in Memphis, to people all across this nation, enough is enough. And we are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government, institutions, and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target, because Target should be on the streets with us, calling for the justice that our people deserve. Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Charge all the cops. Not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis. Charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Came home from school upset. He slammed his backpack down and he yelled out, "It's not fair." I said, "Young black man, life's not fair." He said, "Yeah, Dad, but you don't understand. Every time I go to school, this white kid challenges me to a race." He began to explain how the white child set the race up, how his starting position was 50 paces from the swing sets, and how my son's starting position was 450 paces from the swing sets. First one to the swing sets would win. On your mark, get set, go. My son would run as hard and as fast as he could, but he could never make it to the swing sets before that white child. This happened day after day, and eventually the white child looked at my son confused, and he said, "What's the matter with you, boy? Maybe you should try harder. Maybe you should do more. Maybe you should do better. What are you, lazy?" My son responded in frustration. He said, but you had a 400 pace head start. The white child smiled and said, "See, that's your problem. You always playing that pace card. Maybe you should stop making excuses." You see, at the precipice of the perception on how to improve the K-12 pathways to preeminence, the prejudices of the past have to be predominant in our processes of reform. Because useless is affirmative action if action towards the aforementioned isn't affirmed or mentioned. Because easing our entrance into collegiate education is to assume that our youth were proportionately prepared previously. Not so. So son, I'm gonna teach you how to run, black boy, run. When preparing for a race of this magnitude, it is imperative that you learn discipline. Ignoring the statistics that say that you are 25% less likely to graduate from high school, 7 times more likely to live in the poorest neighborhoods, 105 years behind the average white child in fundamental areas like reading. Just run, black boy, run. The training will become arduous, and it will quickly become obvious how easy it is to be tempted by things you don't need. Please do not be tempted by the sugary substances of society's comforts, for they will cause you to be dehydrated in ignorance and cramped in mediocrity. Run, black boy, run, because while you'll be yelling 2 chains, he'll be yelling 2 chains of restaurants. Well, you'll be next in line for the Jordans, he'll be next in line for promotions. Run, black boy, run. Instead, hydrate yourself with the pain of Reconstruction and sip from the formidable fountains of civil rights. Son, if you do this, I promise you will be successful. My son returned home from school a week later, angry as ever. He said, "Dad, I did everything that you told me to do. I worked, I trained, I did everything, and I still didn't come in first place." I said, "Okay, son, but did you finish?" He said, "Yeah, but I had to work 3 times as hard." "But did you finish?" "Yeah, but I fell and I scraped my knee." "But did you finish?" "Yeah, but all my friends left me and they stopped cheering for me." "But did you finish?" "Yeah, but I'm in pain, Dad." "But did you finish?" "Yeah, but I'm hurt, Dad." "But did you finish?" "Yeah, but Dad." Young black man, you finished. Regardless of the obstacles at the forefront of your obstacles, you handled a disadvantage that was systematically faulted you. Run, black boy, run. Not running through to the finish would diminish the efforts of the patriots of the past who placed you in this privileged position to even run in the first place. You better run, black boy, run. I demand that our reparations be given to us in the form of education so that our children's paces can be brought down to a more even placement. Then say that you're smarter than our sons. Then say that you're better than our daughters. Then say that you're more resilient than our people. Until the K-12 pipelines to preeminence is radically reformed through the process of reparations, our children will continue to be at a 400 pace disadvantage. Son, I may not get there with you, but if I know my God, and I do, one day you will get there. But until that glorious day when God opens up the heavens and enables our people to obtain that thing that we have fought for, that we have bled for, that we have died for 400 years, son, young black men, Morehouse men, you better keep them legs churning and ignore what the world tells you should be. You better keep them arms pumping and ignore what the world tells you that you can't do. And you better run, black boy, run.